Good evening, YouTube, and of course, this is a video I said I was going to do for Joel Tharp, because Joel Tharp, we just recently found each other on Facebook. I hope that's okay to say, Joel, but I got really into his channel because he does all these collection videos, and his favorite band is the Grateful Dead, but he loves just about everybody. He's got collections of Grateful Dead, along with Grand Funk Railroad, The Who, Rush, Yes, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Nine Inch Nails, even. Um, the Police, he just did a dedication video to the Police. I still love that video, and thank you so much for that. So this is a video that was long overdue. I said that I was going to show him my Grateful Dead collection, and his is not nearly as big as mine is. I remember I did the very first collection video I ever did back in 2016. I showed off what I had of Hawkwind, which has completely grown since that video. So I might do another Hawkwind collection again to show off what I have now. And I remember I on Facebook just the other night, or the night when I found him on Facebook, we were chatting, and before he had to go and do something because we had been chatting for a while, I showed him a picture that I had posted on Facebook of my Hawkwind collection. And his exact reaction was, "Good Lord!" Like he saw my Hawkwind, and so yeah, I've got more Hawkwind than any other band because they're one of my favorites. I've got a lot of King Crimson too, but I've got some Grateful Dead. I don't have as much as I'd like to have, and I have no money to buy anything right now. But I'm just going to show off what I do have of the Grateful Dead, of my CDs and DVDs. I didn't put my shirts in here because I don't know. I've got about 4 or 5 Grateful Dead shirts, and you'll see me wear them on film, but I just didn't feel like pulling them out. So this is all the stuff that's on CD and DVD, and of course it's also dedicated to Joel Tharp. So he'll like this. So I'll just go on with the CDs. So starting with this one, the first one, Grateful Dead, 67, I believe. Grateful Dead. Some of these need to be replaced because I've had some of these since the 90s, and they're scratched up. And the only one I've replaced so far is Shakedown Street. I rebought the remastered because mine was so scratched up. Let's see, Oxymoxa, 1969. I love that album cover. I actually love this album, but some people, well, there's one guy I know who I refuse to talk to anymore because all he did was cut me down saying I wasn't a true Grateful Dead fan since I'd listened to the studio stuff. He hated this album, and I don't know why. I love this album. You know, I love St. Stephen and Cosmic Charlie, China Cat, Sunflower. Mountains of the Moon is beautiful. Dupree's Diamond Blues. This is a great killer album. I want to get this shirt, the Oxymoxa shirt, because not only is this album so great, but that's one of the best album covers I've ever seen in my life. I love that artwork. Oh, here's one, everyone's favorite studio album, American Beauty. Gotta love this one, yes. The Truckin' album, Box of Rain. You know, Sugar Magnolia, Friend of the Devil. Ripple. Addicts of My Life. You know, all the greats. 1971. This one, Mars Hotel. This one's probably my personal favorite. That's great album cover art too. I like that. They have some. I'm an artist, so I really like album covers quite a bit. But there's one of the band when they're all like kind of spacey and futuristic. But you know, Scarlet Begonias is one of their all-time classic songs. I love Scarlet Begonias. United States Blues, China Doll. Unbroken Chain's probably my number one favorite Grateful Dead song. I just love Unbroken Chain. And I like Pride of Cucamonga too, so Phil Lesh had a couple of good ones on here. The only one I really don't care for is Money by Bob Weir, but nobody really liked that one. But yeah, 1974, Mars Hotel, love it. My favorite, personal favorite. Blues for Allah, I like this one. I don't like this side 2, the Blues for Allah suite. I just find that very weak. I just never liked it. But I love Help on the Way, Slipknot, and Franklin's Tower. I just love those. It starts off great. I'm a big fan of that. King Solomon's Marbles. The music never stopped. I mean, this is really good. It's only a burn copy. This is the very first ever Grateful Dead CD I got. And my mom bought this for me because it was on sale for $10. I know that sounds like a lot, but back in the 90s, that was the deal. And I bought this because the album cover looked cool. I had just witnessed watching the Grateful Dead movie about a week prior to getting this, and I really wanted some Grateful Dead albums, and I got this one just because it reminded me of Shining Time Station, the cover. But that's one of my favorite album covers too. Terrapin Station Suite is one of the greatest things I've ever done. If you're into progressive rock, you'll like that. I love Estimated Prophet. Sunrise, I love Sunrise by Donna Godchild, and that's such an underrated song, but I love that. This is 77, and Passenger is really good too. This is a great well, some people like it. I guess it's kind of underrated. 78, Shakedown Street. I like it to a point. It's kind of weak. It's a little bit on the poppy disco side, but there's some stuff I like on it, and this is the one I rebought. I need to rebuy Terrapin Station and a few of those others like Ox and Moxa. But I like France quite a bit. That's a very underrated one. Love Fire on the Mountain, you know. I like Stagger Lee. Yeah, love the artwork too. I forgot the artist's name, but that's really cool. Another great Grateful Dead album cover. This is Reckoning, 1980 acoustic live. Here's another one I got way back in the 90s. I need to re-get. In the Dark. I love In the Dark. Some people might think this is too commercial or whatever. Or they might not like it as much. I love this album. I mean, Touch of Grey is great, of course, but I love Hell in a Bucket, and my favorite's probably Throwing Stones. I like Brent Midland's one song, Tons of Steel, is great. Like Black Muddy River is good. I think this is an excellent album, and this one, I don't know. I'm not really sure how the Deadheads feel. Everyone talks about Working Men's Dead and American Beauty. Those are the only, because they're a live band, so the studio albums will get talked about, but it's Working Men's Dead and American Beauty are the only ones I really hear praised. And this is one that I know is very underappreciated. In the Dark was 87, by the way, but Built to Last, this one grew on me. When I first heard Brent's songs, I didn't like them at all. But this one really grew. I mean, I love Blow Away. It's just so beautiful, especially if you hear the live version on the Crimson, White, and Indigo DVD. But I love Built to Last, the song. This is 89. Picasso, I love Picasso Moon. Some people hate it. I love that song. That might be my favorite. Just a Little Light's great. Foolish Heart. This is a good album. It's one I like to listen to quite a bit. I did a little video of this earlier, like the first Grateful Dead video. One from the Vault. There's like 3 of these, but the first of the From the Vault series. This is August 13th, 75. The Great American Music Hall, pretty famous venue. 2 CD set. This is really, really good. I've listened to this. That's all my CDs. Let's go on to the DVDs. I don't got that many. This is classic albums, Anthem to Beauty. I've watched this once. This is really good. My original copy didn't look small like this, but this is how I got it on eBay when I got it. Really interesting documentary talking about the 2 albums that were made, and I'm a big fan of the classic album series. They've done some great albums like Nevermind the Bollocks and Dark Side of the Moon, Who's Next, Disraeli Gears. This one's Phil Lesh and Friends. I just did a review for this. Check that out if you want to see my opinion on it. So I did my homework assignment and finished watching this just yesterday, and Joel has this too. 2 DVD set. I'll say it's totally worth getting for the collection. This is actually a CDR. This is, what is this, Grateful Dead. Fillmore, February 26, 1969. Fillmore West, San Francisco, California. This is set 1. And this is set 2 of the same show, February 27th, 69. This is I don't know if you can see that. This is a DVD of them, March 6, 1992, at Hampton Coliseum. Only the second set. It's only the second set. This is a Rat Dog DVD, October 29th, 2003 in Toronto. Well, this is DVD 2. I got them backwards. This is DVD 2. This is DVD 1, and yes, they do play Matilda Mother from Pink Floyd off their Piper the Gates of Dawn album. The best Pink Floyd album, in my opinion. Their greatest album, as much as I love Animals and the Dark Side of the Moon and Metal. That's my favorite. And then this one was really expensive, and it's out of print, and this one's decent. Rocking the Cradle, the Egyptian show, the Egypt show in '78, and it's pretty. I love the packaging on this. Playing the pyramids, and you open it up. It's like a little pop-up book. But this is what is this? 2 CD, 1 DVD. It's not the whole show. They claim part of the footage got lost or part of the recordings got lost, but from what I know, is Jerry hated the performances so much, because this was originally going to be an official release back in the late 70s, but Jerry hated it, so he just canned it, and they didn't release it until, when was this released? 2008, quite a few years after he died. And this one, of course, the box set, Fairly Well, The Last Night, July 5th. I've only watched DVD 1 up to Built to Last. I haven't had a chance to finish watching it. Trying to listen to music and watch DVDs is kind of challenging for me because of the time I have. I'm taking care of my disabled father, and it's just me and him in the house, except for the weekdays when we do have a caretaker. There's the band, there's 4 of the members of the Grateful Dead with my boy Bruce Hornsby, and of course Trey Anastasio. And there's a booklet. I love the blue and green, the artwork, and great artwork too. Love the artist for the Grateful Dead. And they have like the coolest shirts ever. So does Pink Floyd. Liquid Blue always makes some great Grateful Dead shirts. I'm not a big fan of Liquid Blue's Pink Floyd ones, but they do the Grateful Dead ones justice. Alright, so that's my collection of the Grateful Dead for Joel Tharp, of course. I knew you'd like that. And this was long overdue, like I said. I just finally got around to doing it. I have no money at all right now, but I would like to make my Grateful Dead and related collection get bigger. Just like my Hawkwind one is, because there's a lot of stuff you can get from the Grateful Dead that would be great for my collection. Alright, Joel, I salute you, my friend. Thank you for watching, and everybody, thank you for watching, Grateful Dead fan or fan, unfan. Just thank you for subscribing and watching, and I'll see what I'll have up my sleeve for another video. So I'll see you guys on the flip side, of course, as I always say. And stay tuned on YouTube for some more videos from A Crack in the Wall 2006. And have a good night, everybody. Thanks.